it's me, Chrissy Shay, back with yet another video. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to everybody who watched my last video. Like, my divorce story, it meant so much to me. Like, it's only been up for 3 days, and it's already almost at 100 views. Now, that may not be a lot to some of y'all, but to me, that's a lot, especially being, an up and coming YouTuber, if you will. Even though I've been doing this for actually a little bit of time. But hold on, let me fix this. There's a little shakeage going on. There we go, much better. Okay, so yes, thank you so much for everybody that watched my video. All the feedback I've been getting, oh my gosh, like I've been getting such great feedback from friends, family, acquaintances, people I don't even know. Like, I've been getting really good feedback, and it just makes me feel so good. So in the next video that was put on my heart to do, and literally like just like 5 seconds ago, I was like, that's the next video I should do. This is definitely what I should do next. As you can see, I'm going to talk about dating after divorce. Oh, the stress and struggles of dating after divorce. Oh my gosh. Let me tell y'all the struggles. First and foremost, like I said, I've been separated for 3 years, divorced recently. But one thing that I did not mention in that video that I definitely want to mention is one of the biggest things that you think about before going into a divorce is the fact that you do not want to start over. Starting over in this day and age is like, I don't even know why I said that. Sorry. I didn't know I still got the TV on. I know that was all loud. My bad. Sorry, y'all. Hopefully you can hear everything I just said. But starting over after a marriage, let alone after any relationship, is the worst possible thing to do. And I'm not saying on the standpoint of every guy that I've dated or talked to, because I actually have not dated that many people since being separated, but every guy that I've dated or talked to since even separation wasn't all bad. Some of it was just me, and some of these guys was just completely nuts. So I'm definitely going to discuss some of them. I'm not going to go into all of the extreme details because I am going to save some of those for a story time. The very first guy that I started talking to when, I finally came to the conclusion that me and my husband were over, it was time to move on. No, first of all, let's be real, I was not ready to move on at that point, but I was still attempting to move on. So I started talking to another guy. The first big mistake that I made was I tried to get a rebound guy. Like, I tried to find a guy that would help me to get my mind off of my situation. Big mistake. People, when you break up with somebody, take the time out to literally heal, because that rebound person is the person you're going to cling to. You are literally going to cling to. And the person that I talked to, I'm not going to say his name or anything, really sweet guy, but I tried to cling on to a person who didn't even really want that type of relationship. That's another story too. I'm gonna tell y'all that story too. That's actually a little bit of a crazy story too. Now that I be telling this stuff, I'll be really thinking about some stuff that I could really, like some stories I could really tell. But yeah, that was a little bit of a crazy story too. So I'm gonna give that. That's gonna be another story time. But like, I really liked him. He was a really sweet person, really nice guy. But I was on some, let's be together, knowing I wasn't ready. But he helped me when we were together. He helped me to keep my mind off of my situation. So in my head, that I need him. That's crazy thinking, I know, but that's the truth. Like, that's how, when you're going through a heartbreak, you cling to the first person that helps you not feel that pain anymore for a split second. It's like a drug. It's like you have this temporary fix right in front of you, so you keep trying to cling onto it in order for it to, give you that temporary fix that you need. And my temporary fix was no longer feeling that heartbreak that I was feeling. So that was my temporary fix. So yeah, I clung on to him like clung. Is that even a word? I was clinging on to him for my own selfish reasons, but you know, trying to be with him, and he was like, I don't want a relationship. So he was one of those type of guys, though. Sweet guy, don't get me wrong. We would actually end up being really good friends, but he was one of those, I'm not ready for a relationship, but you know what I'm saying. You ain't ready for a relationship, but you want to do those relationship activities type of people, whatever. But so me and him ended up being really, really close, but that didn't work out. I'll let y'all know that story time at a later date. The second guy that I actually ended up talking to, this is actually the only guy I actually ended up dating after my ex-husband. So he's the only person I actually ended up really actually dating, like, you know, claiming each other, this and that, like consistent. Like it wasn't just we're talking, we're getting to know each other like everybody else was talking, getting to know each other, but I actually ended up dating this guy. And this guy ended up being the guy that I mentioned in a couple other videos about, you know, my ex tried to kill me, car accident. That's a story time coming too. But that was a whole crazy situation. Like he was really attached to me, and though I did love him, I couldn't be that person he needed me to be. So, you know, that right there, that's another reason why you must be healed and actually ready to move on before you try to get into a relationship or try to be with somebody else. Like, you do not want to bring that baggage. When they tell you that you don't want to bring your old baggage to a new situation, that is so real, y'all. That is so real. So you do not want to do that, because that can cause heartache for both of y'all on both ends. You can hurt that person, you know, can physically or mentally try to hurt you. So yeah, that happened, you know. That was a whole nother situation in the end of our at the end of our situation, because we weren't even together when it happened, but at the end of our situation, he did try to physically hurt me, and I'm still going to court for that right now. So once court is over with, that is when I will post that story time. But that's what happened. And the guy after him, me and him started talking. He was actually the person, he was actually in the car with me when I got into the accident or everything. So, you know, in my head, that's gonna be a story time too. I'm telling y'all, I got some stories for y'all. The guy that was in the car with me the day I got into the car accident, because my ex tried to hurt me, he got hurt too. But one thing I can say, I respect him because he rocked with me regardless. Like, you know, me being me, first of all, the day that this happened, it was our first date. I'm telling y'all gonna want to hear this story time. The day that this happened, it was our first date. This is our first time seeing each other. So if your ex try to kill me the first time I see you face to face on our first date, I'm not rocking with you no more. I'm good. I don't know about y'all, but I'm good. I'm gone. I'm not doing it. I'm not rocking with it. But him being him, he stuck with me. He rocked with me. Like, you know, we helped to strengthen each other after that, because it was like really bad. You know, he was pretty much on bed rest because of his situation, and I was mentally like kind of out of it, because it just completely blew my mind, never being in that type of situation where somebody literally tries to take your life because they're heartbroken. I'm gonna be honest, he was probably heartbroken, because at that point I no longer wanted, first of all, I already knew his temper, and because I knew his temper and the things that he does and says and everything that we had already been through together, I knew that there could be no future for us, and I did let him know this. And once I let him know this, you know, that's where things start to go bad. Like a week later, it starts to go bad. I promise I'm gonna give y'all this story time. It's coming soon. I actually got court next week, so as soon as this court date is done, I'm gonna record this story time, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what happened, because I know y'all like, okay, you giving us bits and pieces. I need details on exactly what happened. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I'm gonna include some pictures and everything. I'm gonna tell y'all, I promise. But yeah, my situation had a big factor on how that situation went. So the guy that was in the car with me, amazing guy, great guy, very sweet, but at the same time, he was a little crazy himself. So in my head, I'm like, why am I keep dealing with these crazy people? Like, he wasn't crazy like he would try to physically harm me, but he would say some things that was kind of out of pocket. He would say some things that, you know, how you looking like, bro. Like, he was one of those pop up at your crib type of people. You know, blow your phone up. No matter how many numbers you block, he gonna find another number to contact you on. Like, it was that type of thing. So that you know, started to scare me a little bit. Now, we did get past that. Me and him are still, you know, cordial. We still cool. We still talk from time to time. He's a very sweet guy, so I have nothing against him. I still have love for him. He's a really sweet guy, but that was another situation that I had to, like, you know, let go of because it was kind of toxic. So after him is when I pretty much was like, okay, you know what? Let me slow down. Going through this whole divorce situation and going through this whole child support situation and going through that, and then my newfound journey, well, not even newfound, we'll get to that, but going through my journey, you know, with Christ and everything, it really gave me a sense of like, okay, just stop and really take some time out for you. Get you together. One thing that Pastor Jamal, I want him to be my mentor so bad. Pastor Jamal, if you ever see this, please be my mentor. I want you to be my mentor. I'm gonna see if I could. I'm gonna see you at church one day, and I'm gonna just be like, be my mentor. Mentor me, because I need a spiritual mentor. But one thing that I learned from him and his wife, is that before you can love someone else, or instead of searching for your future spouse, let your future spouse while you are in your purpose. So that's what I've been focused on. I'm trying to be in my purpose. My mom and my sister have really been like talking to me a lot about getting really into my creativity, because I am a very creative person, but I have not been putting my creativity out there. So I'm like, okay, let me get into that. Let me pray. Let me talk to God. Let me ask him exactly what it is that he would have me do. And right now I feel like he's working on me in this current situation, in this current, you know, what am I trying to say? What I'm going through right now, everything that I've been through, everything that I'm going through, he's using that right now for me to talk about, to help, to, you know, give some people some light and shed some light and some understanding on who I am and some things that they may be going through. So, you know, there's been guys that I've dated who I think are amazing guys. But one thing I also had to learn was, just because he's a good guy does not mean he's your guy. Remember that, ladies, because that may not be who you have, who God has for you. Please keep that in mind, because I had to keep that in mind, because I kept trying to figure out, like, all these really good guys. I mean, these men, like, even the crazy ones, these men were showing so much love for me, wanting to marry me, wanting to take care of me and my daughter, even though it wasn't their child, wanting all of this for me, wanting the best for me, wanting to give me everything that they owned. And I'm just like, I don't think you're the one, though, you know? So I kept thinking, what's wrong with me? Why is that happening to me? I don't think you're the one for me. I don't think you're the one for me. These are men who literally wanted to give me the world, like any girl would want, but I couldn't attach to them like they were attaching to me. Like, I had love for these men, absolutely. Love for them. They, you know, hold a place in my heart, but I could not see the future with them. I could not see marriage with them. I could not see kids with them, you know, all of that. So I was just like, you know what? Like, let me do some soul searching. So I had to realize, like, just because he's a good man does not make him your man. You know what I'm saying? That is something that I really had to tell myself, because, like, that's not what it is. Like, and I really had to also remember that, you know, I'm still going through a season where that is not calling me for a relationship. It's not calling me for a marriage. It's not calling me to meet my future spouse right now. I'm going through a season where it's calling me to get closer to God. It's calling me to, you know, get a better understanding of who I am and who I'm meant to be. I can't be somebody else's wife and not know, you know, my purpose. I can't be somebody else's woman and not know what God has me here for, because I'm not here just to be married. You know what I'm saying? So those are things that I had to really, you know, get some understanding on for myself, which I'm definitely working on now as we speak. So when it comes to dating, like, you know, I still talk to a guy, you know, we're getting to know each other, but I'm just taking my time. I'm not, you know, there's no expectations there for me right now. I'm just trying to build a friendship. If we're capable of building a friendship, then we'll see where God takes it from there. But right now, it's just like, it's about building a friendship. And so, yeah, so dating after divorce has been, excuse me, it's been crazy, but it's been a crazy journey. It's been an emotional roller coaster. It's been scary. It's been joyous. It's been some of everything. I mean, I kid you not, some of everything. Oh, there was one guy that I was talking to. We were just, you know, my gosh. Okay, so he had his own share of drama, and I had my share of drama. And so we were just, you know, we were building that friendship, which we did build that friendship, but we were on different pages. So, you know, he was doing things that I wouldn't agree with, and I let him know that. So it came to a point where I was just like, you know what, I'm done. Like I told y'all in my divorce story, once you've been through that situation, there's only certain things. You limit what you will allow to happen to you. You limit the things you will allow another person to do to you. You limit, you know, like, you really have a better understanding of, you know, what you will accept, and you set higher limitations on the things that you will allow people to do to you. That is like, that right there is a major key, a major key. And so this guy would just do things that I would not agree with, you know. It was just, it wasn't good. So when I finally decided I was done, I let him know this. He got mad at me, and he, you know, he went off. I was all types of stuff. I was, you know, I wasn't cute enough. I was just something to do, you know, this and that. And I was just like, you know, okay. And like, I honestly, like, not to sound mean, but I didn't really care what he said. And like, I loved every bit of that. I loved every bit of that, because I used to be that person that would care. Like, you know, I don't like being called out my name. Most definitely don't like being called out my name. But I was just like, I don't care. Like, there's nothing you could tell me that'll make me feel bad about anything, because I took my time with you. I definitely took my time with you. You know, I didn't rush into feelings and, you know, falling for you and things like that. I didn't rush into that. So when he came back and was like, you was just something to do, you was this and that, like I was nothing to him, when me and him both know that that's not the truth, I'm just like, okay, whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, I said some things too, which God is working on my mouth and my tongue, because, you know, I'm a Virgo. Sometimes the clap back can get real. But he's working on me, because the day after I said what I said, I came back and I apologized. I said, you know what? That was out of character for me. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't even responded to the things that you said. As for the things that you said, that's absolutely fine, because I figured that anyway. A lot of the stuff that he said to me, I had already figured. So before me and him even stopped talking, I kind of fell back anyway. So I let him know that, and then weeks later he came back and apologized for the things that he said, and now we cool, we friends. You know, I'm a very forgiving person, but there's only certain things I take. I'm not gonna take any disrespect. I will not. I have no problem with cutting you off. I have no problem. Block game is strong, honey. Block game is strong. Like, literally. Like, he had to email me in order for us to have that conversation before we became cool again. But we're just friends like that. And for me, that's as far as it will go. Like, he still expresses his you know, his feelings, and I have no problem with that. But I make it very clear, very adamant, we're just friends, and that's as far as it'll go. You've already burnt that bridge with me. So, but as of now, like I said, I am talking to a young gentleman. He's a very nice guy. I'm just taking my time, though. You know, taking my time. We're building that friendship. You know, there's no expectations there, because, like I said, I'm working on me. I'm working on my relationship with God, and that's just what my focus is right now. I'm not focused on a relationship right now. I'm not focused on any of that, you know. So we're friends. I have other friends. I'm sure he has other friends, and that's all there is to that. So yeah, that is just some advice and some small stories on my experiences with dating after divorce. I'm sure I will have some updates in the future, still, dealing with dating, or even if I decide to start dating again. Yeah, that's what I got, y'all. That's all I really got. So if you enjoy this video, definitely like. If you have not already, please subscribe. I told y'all I'm trying to get to at least 300. That may not seem like a lot to y'all, but to me, that would be everything. If I get to 300 subscribers by my birthday, that would be a major blessing. So share this video, comment if you have questions about anything that I told you. I promise y'all, I promise a lot of these stories is coming. I promise. These stories that I keep saying story time, they coming. I might just go ahead. I'll probably do a story time tomorrow. I'll do a story time tomorrow, but it won't be on the ex that tried to kill me just yet. After court, because this will be my last court day. We've been going through this for a year. My accident was a year ago this month. A year ago in August. And we're still going to court for it. So this is supposed to be our last court date. After the court date, I promise that'll be the very first video I record the next day and put that up so y'all can know this story, because the story is crazy. It's crazy, and I will include pictures and everything so y'all can see how he totaled my baby. Okay? Totaled my baby, but by the grace of God, I'm still here. The other guy is still here. We live, we kicking, I walked away with minor injuries. Him a lot worse than me. But I'll get into that in the story time. But definitely, you have questions about anything, comment down below. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. I thank you guys for your support. Almost 100 of you that watched my divorce story video. Thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed my channel altogether, because I'm trying to work this thing out. I feel like maybe this is my calling, y'all, and this is something God has got brewing, something he got brewing, so I appreciate the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.